welcome back to Book Buzz, brought to you by the Peters Township Public Library.
Spit it out.
I am Miss Shannon, and
I'm Miss Linda.
Yeah, there's Linda.
There's me, speaking for you. Bringing you the second half of September programming and fun things for the Youth Services Department of the library.
Yeah.
And we're back again. This is our second show. The beautiful backdrop and nice tablecloth that matches. And we're just, I love it.
It looks good.
We're so happy
in the
here.
new studio.
Yes, we're very happy here.
Exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any good Book Buzz bits to share?
Of course. Last time we were talking about diversity and inclusion and the challenges for the library. This one is censorship, but it's beyond books. We celebrate or participate in, Banned Books Week. Banned Books Week, yeah, that sounded. Did I spit that out all right?
That's correct.
Okay. And, by doing displays of books that would surprise you very much. Every time I see one, I get surprised. I have to look through it and actually go, oh, it was that little picture, I don't know, these, going through it with a microscope, some of these things. But this takes a look beyond the books. Just as books are sometimes challenged and banned in libraries, this is also from the American Libraries magazine by Kristen Pickle. This was just in July of 2021. Just as books are sometimes challenged and banned in libraries, schools, universities, and public institutions, other library materials, resources, and services have been challenged, canceled, or dismantled. People's perception of offensive content is not limited to the written word. I am so, of course, not surprised. I'm not surprised. But how do you deal with it? Censorship beyond books can happen anywhere, in private and public institutions, large school districts, small public libraries, rural universities, state prisons, and urban government buildings. The variety of resources and services challenged is just as broad. So this is quite the list. Well, of course, we're living in a world that everything is challenged, I feel like, and can be challenged. It's our right to, freedom of speech. And, okay, so, of course, films, videos, music, magazines, newspapers, games, internet access, databases, programs, use of meeting rooms, exhibits, displays, artwork, reading lists, and online resources. So if I look at this, I'm like, wow, that's like everything we offer,
Right.
So here, almost every library has at least one database subscription that offers curated content published by reputable sources. But the target audience and content vary widely among the databases, and because they are digital resources, users can access the content in various settings. So they're getting on these sites at the library, at school, and at home. And these factors cause the confusion in determining whether the content is appropriate and to whom concerns should be addressed. And so what do you do? Does the responsibility for content rest with the library, the library's parent organization, or database vendors, school district? While most parents have directed their concerns to the school district, in some cases, complaints are elevated to the level of, and we've seen this, well, if we can't get through the school district, we can't get through the school board, and then they move up and up and up the ladder to elected officials, statewide systems, and even the courts. So in 2018, a parent in Utah claimed to have found, we'll just give one example here, inappropriate content in, this is EBSCO, which is,
Search database.
Search, yeah. K through 12 database, complained directly to the Utah Education Network that connects all of Utah school districts, schools, and higher education institutions with the goal of providing high-quality educational resources. So after receiving this complaint to remove access for every public school district in the state, potentially affecting more than 700,000 students. So when trying to connect to the databases, users received this message. Ongoing concerns about content prompted action. The Utah Education and Telehealth Network places a high priority on safety and well-being of the students and is taking additional action to address the concerns about appropriate content, blah, 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 blah. Many teachers did not even know about the decision until students tried to use the database for homework assignments. Teachers, librarians, and parents with strategic assistance from multiple organizations sent thousands of email messages and petition signatures to protest the ban and urge this UEN's board to restore access to EBSCO. So that's just one example of how they went in and confronted and challenged a database. And then it goes on, of course, people raise concerns about library displays. So we have to be careful about library displays or programs for the same reason they raise concerns about other types of library resources, on and on and on. It goes on to give us guidance, policy guidance for library workers. It puts us in a predicament.
Right.
Librarians are not supposed to censor. And, we're librarians. We provide the information. What you choose to do with it, or what you allow your child to see or read or do is up to you. We can't police that.
Right.
Certainly when you come into the library, especially the children's computers are, what's the word?
Filtered.
Filtered. Thank you. I couldn't come up with the word, are filtered. So, there are some ways that we try to control that. But as far as what happens outside, that's hard because they do have access to our databases as well as the schools.
Right.
And it's hard to police everything. So just to let you know that this is going on, that everything is still, everything is challenged, and it really does create challenges for us as well. And to keep our goals of, why we became librarians and why we do what we do to get the information out. So, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't complain. I don't want to hear it. What do you mean you don't like my display? It's back to school, for Pete's sake. Back to school. You like my back to school display?
Oh, yeah. Well, we will have a display for Banned Books Week coming up as well, because we do celebrate your freedom to read.
Absolutely.
So we do not ban books at the library because, like Linda said, we do not, and the ALA recommends not censoring things like that with books. All right. So coming up, we have our Night with WQED. We used to do these programs a lot before we didn't do anything before the library closed and things. So we're bringing them back. We did one in August outside. We're going to do one in September also outside. And then going into October, November, December, we're going to be bringing them indoors with a limited limited audience. So we're going to do one for Molly of Denali on September 16th outside the library in the parking lot. Bring your own chair, and we'll show it on the screen outside. We'll read a story, do some activities, have an activity to take home with you, and you'll get to watch something outside, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, that is fun.
So that will be on September 16th, 6:30 at the library. Registration is required. Make sure you go on our website to register for the program, so we make sure you have space for you, we have materials for you, and all that fun stuff.
That's cool. You know what? I have to admit, I am not familiar with Molly of Denali.
It is a newer one.
Is it? Okay.
Yes. And I'm still learning about it myself.
Okay.
Lucas hasn't really watched it, but he's played games with it. And I think she does sled dogs.
Really? Okay.
So she's in that, Denali is Alaska, correct?
Okay.
I'm learning this. I'm learning
not
it
sure.
too.
I'm not-
so,
yeah,
but
okay.
I don't know everything about that
She
show.
like
comes
sled
to
dogs and
yeah,
yeah, and she says it. Oh, okay. Maybe the Iditarod or something. Or,
maybe.
Okay, that's cool
It's a
though.
new one.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun. And they have they were airing
it.
like they're calling it a movie, 'cause instead of like a 20-minute episode, it's like a 45-minute episode. So we're gonna try to get a hold of that if possible.
Oh,
show.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Our friends at WQED. We love them. All right, just one last mention. This is going to be a quick mention because I talked about it last time. Kudo Kids, The Mystery of the Masked Medalist by Olympic medalists Maya and Alex Shibutani. And this is our read for this month. By now, if I'm mentioning it in the second show, you should have already registered and should already have gotten your complimentary copy if you were one of the first registrants. So if you weren't, you can still register to come in.
Yeah, and you can check
read
it
it
out
quickly, check it out in the library, and come and talk. All right? So
Very cool.
I'm done.
All right, that was cool.
Don't be too late. All right.
It's still you.
Oh, it's still me? Oh, okay. So I brought, all right. Excuse me while I fall off my chair. All right, so here we go. It's gonna be family Lego night. Whoop, so I brought my bucket of Legos.
Cute
And,
little bucket.
huh?
cute
Isn't that
little bucket.
cute?
Yeah.
I found it there. Found it in our stash. So it's family Lego night, Monday, September 27th. It's at 6:30. It'll be in our multi-purpose room. And we are going to do challenges. So you'll be challenged to try to make, as a family, different things while families set up at different tables. And when you have your most beautiful, creative, I like when they halfway make them for me. When you've built something that you are happy with, we are going to display it. So we're going to be doing this again on a monthly basis. Again, this will be Monday, September 27th at 6:30. And okay, so if I gave you a challenge to make
Build a stairwell, I did it.
Okay, make a stairwell. Oh, now I have to do it. Wait, let me challenge your stairwell. I'm gonna.
You want me to build a duck? Sure.
Oh, I'm still building a
I'll build you a
stairwell.
duck.
Are you gonna do a duck?
Is it what you said this challenge was?
No.
Oh. What was the
I
challenge?
was gonna say donut. Where'd you get duck?
Because I interrupted you.
I know, with
your.
your stairwell or whatever you said.
I'm a pro at making stairs, not a Legos.
Are you?
That's all I got, though.
That's all you got from me?
That's all I can do.
Okay, my stairs, I
A
wouldn't
donut's
climb them.
kinda
Can you do a
I'm
donut?
working on it.
Yeah, how do you make it round?
It's gonna
But
be.
there's
it's
other
gonna be an
things.
eclair.
That's a good idea. Yeah, you know what? That's a good challenge, and I would display your eclair. I would. There's other ones on here. Make a pizza, a unicorn. We have these little cards. We have all kinds of fun challenge games. Oh, this would be a cute one. Make a doghouse.
Okay. I can make my donut into it.
Can you do it real
into
quick?
A doghouse, sure.
Anybody want to join us and play with Legos? Everybody loves Legos.
Oh yeah.
You know, my son came back. He was in for a day from Idaho, and we were going through our storage area, I mean. And in there, you know the size of bins that we have at the library with the Legos, the big ones?
Yeah.
I have 2 of those filled. And Nick looked at me, we're looking at him, and he goes, "What is this?" I said, "Oh, they're Legos." And he opens it up, he goes, "Oh my God, did you save all of our Legos?" I'm like, yeah, you know, Legos never go out of style.
Sure.
And now with Tim's grandchildren, you know, every
There's my
time
doghouse.
we always just bring them, "Oh, that's cute."
Or it could be a garage, or it
Yeah.
could be like he can hang out in there because I have this little man.
Yeah, cool. Well, Legos never go out of style.
No.
It'll be fun to have the families there.
Some flames.
Again, September 27th, 6:30. All right, your turn. Quit playing with the Legos. Move on.
This guy has like.
What do you have?
Has, like,
I like when
fire.
there's little guys.
Oh, that's Lucas's favorite part is
The little guys.
Oh my gosh, yes. At Legoland, they wear them on their name tag, and you can trade your guys for their guys.
Oh, cute.
It's cool.
That is really cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Legos are cool.
Yeah,
So that
they
will be
never go
fun.
out of
Never go out of
style.
So,
And you know what? Families really do have fun working together
Yes.
with these, with the kids.
yeah, and the challenges make them think about things. Too,
Yeah,
which
like
is
how
cool.
am I going to design that?
Yeah.
So, and some of these challenges are
I can
a
put my
hoot.
stairs on my doghouse, and then now there's 2 stories.
Wow, you're getting fancy.
Yep.
Very cool. All right.
Yep.
I think you've got it. Go ahead.
All right, so that's Lego night. So bedtime stories, Miss Linda mentioned this in the last episode, but they do continue all the way to mid-November. Every single week we have a different theme. And the 4 of us, every day we have a day where you'll see one of us on there, and we'll be reading a story going along with the theme. We kick off with Pirates on the week of the 20th, and we move into I Love My Library the week of the 27th, and then we fall right into all of the fall stuff.
Cute.
So we'll do leaves and pumpkins and Halloween and all those fun things.
Yep.
And what's nice about those is they are on YouTube, so yes, you can watch them at 7 o'clock, but you can really watch them at any time. They are available to you usually a couple days earlier than that even, so whatever is best for your schedule. Like if you want to watch, instead of making them for bedtime, if you prefer to watch a story while you're eating lunch, whatever works. Or you can watch multiple ones in a row. Like you can watch Linda's, mine, Beth's, Patty's. You can watch all of them at one time. Like you can just keep watching them.
Over and over again. You never get sick of us.
No.
So just go. Keep watching.
Keep watching them is right. So that will be starting on September 20th. We'll have those every single day through the fall. And then we have our animal fair coming back. We talked about this last time too. On Saturday, September 18th, we have our...
Bring in Mr. Sloth.
I don't know how many animal fairs we've had anymore. I've lost count.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out.
I had to look. I want to say at least 6, maybe 7, maybe 8. I don't know. Last year we didn't have one, and that was the first we didn't have one for a really long time. So that will be a lot of fun. It's going to be completely outside though this year, rain or shine. So come to the library, meet some animal friends. It will be a lot of fun.
Are we going to have the tent up through that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, but the participants can bring tents if they would like to, but then they're responsible for setting up and
for
taking
doing
them
their
down.
own thing.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Yes.
Very fair.
Yep.
All right.
Fair at the animal fair.
Oh, that's right. Oh, we're just full of them today, aren't we? Holy cow, we're back.
We're full of something.
We're back. Full of stuff. Yeah, we are. Always. Okay, not only are we back, Mr. Pete is back.
This is exciting.
This is very exciting. Mr. Pete is our local chess champion, and he was so kind. I can't thank you enough, Mr. Pete, to do the chess programs throughout the summer. And he did 2 a month that he would get on and we'd do a Zoom and teach chess. It was just, and you have to know that these are just volunteer. He volunteers his time to do this. But the exciting thing is, one of the programs that we're going to bring back live is chess. So September 21st, 6:30, live with Mr. Pete, we are going to be having chess. So if you have not, and even Mr. Pete said to me, it's so much better, as most things are, in person, than doing it through Zoom or any other digital way. So he's really excited. You can learn more. He's right there and helping you make the moves and everything. So, and the turnout has been great. Registration's been wonderful, and we're hoping the same for live. We provide the chess boards. You can bring your own if you have like a favorite or one that you want to work with. Otherwise, we have them. And actually, we got them a couple years ago, these specific chess boards from a recommendation from Mr. Pete to, specific things that he liked about chess boards and how they're, done. So we listened to him. And now I know, before the first chess, you've got between now and September 21st to get your butt into the library. Well, that's not a bad word. Into the library and check out some things to learn the game. You can learn, how about this? This is my kind of tape, CD or DVD.
You'll get there eventually.
Whatever it is. Whatever it is, this is for me. You learn chess in 30 minutes. Chess for absolute beginners. So you can come in and do that and learn it very quickly. And then after you've done that, this is pretty intense, because I've seen him like pull up things and it has all the squares like numbered and alphabetized and everything. Chess for children. This is where I would need to start. Chess for children. How to play the world's most popular board game, Murray Chandler. So we can learn from books. If you are more visual than, are hands-on with a book, I love books to just kind of stare at it or do both. Watch this and then read.
And Mr. Pete does teach the kids how to play chess too. So if they don't have experience, then that's helpful.
Absolutely.
This is a good refresher as well.
Right. Yeah, a refresher or even
Get you started.
Yeah, get you started so that when you go in, you have a gist of what he's talking about. I mean, a gist as far as, what's the queen, what's the pawn, what's the, just a basic.
I don't even know any of that.
Okay. Well, if you're going to join Mr. Pete, you better check out some stuff.
Yeah, I would need a lot of help.
Okay. Maker Monday?
Maker Monday.
It's back. Again, this is the age group of McMurray. It used to be the middle schoolers could come over too, but now we are in a different era and the middle school has been moved, so it's not as convenient for the middle schoolers to come over. So we're going to see what happens with that, as far as with the programming. But if you're at McMurray, again, with parents' permission, you can walk over, Maker Monday. It'll be once a month. You can come over. This month it'll be September 20th. It's right after school. Again, light snacks because I know you're hungry. And I'll be putting out something for you to play with or make or, it could, Legos to design things or whatever. You just never know. Just to give you something to interact with your friends, be creative, and just enjoy. It is self-motivated, self-run. I'm not going to teach you how to do things or hang and hover over you. I'm going to give you the things, maybe give you some suggestions or whatever, and you are just going to take it from there, and you would have done it better than I would have done it anyway. Right? Okay.
All right. So moving on. So we have our tween book club, as Miss Linda has mentioned. We are starting a brand new teen-only book club with the Shadow and Bone series by Leah Bardugo.
Sounds good.
So this has been turned into a Netflix series, which has been very popular with our teens and adults. I've been hearing a lot of adults in the library talking about it as well. And so we are going to kick off, and we're going to take advantage of something being popular and have a book club with it. So each month from now until December, we're going to be discussing a different book from the Shadow and Bone series, starting with Shadow and Bone this month. And then we'll do book 2, which is Siege and Storm. Ruin and Rising will be book 3. And then we'll go ahead. There's actually a second trilogy. So the Shadow and Bone TV series, if you've watched it, they actually take this series and her Six of Crows series and mash them together somehow. So the characters kind of are in both. So we're going to kind of, read the book, kind of compare it to the show. And just like with the Teen Book Club, the first 5 that sign up will get a free copy of Shadow and Bone.
Nice.
Nice paperback copy of the book. We'll discuss this at 7 o'clock on September 30th, which is a Thursday evening. So come to the library, talk about the book. I'm reading it right now. It is a lot of fun, very fun, kind of fantasy story. It takes place in a different world. The main girl, Alina, she's an orphan, but then she discovers that she has this Grisha power, and she can make things light up. And she is kind of being taken from her world into this world of all these other people with these powers, and it's interesting.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
Teens are loving this kind of stuff. So
yeah,
Shadow and Bone, September 30th, 7 o'clock. Register online ahead of time. Get your free copy. Come and pick it up at the library, read it, and be ready to talk about it.
That's cool. Yeah, I've heard that that's really popular. So I think it's great. All right, that's it for the programming part.
Right. You're still playing over there with your Legos.
I am. I don't know what to make. I'm just kind of playing. My imagination hasn't kicked in for the day.
Fidgeting. Well, do you have any books to share, Miss Linda?
I do. You know what? I'm going to share this one first. When I read about this book, I thought, wow, this sounds like a really cool book. It's called Trying by Kobe Yamada. And it is so beautifully done and beautifully illustrated, just mostly black and white with bare touches of watercolor. It is about a boy that is befriending like a sculptor, and kind of like, I wish I could do that. It almost reminds me of the Dot a little bit, of like, you just need to try.
Right.
Attempt what you can't in order to find out what you can. This story is for anyone who's ever felt like a beginner or had doubts or worried they weren't good enough. It's a story for those who have experienced the pain of trying something new and not having it turn out the way they had hoped. So in many ways, it is a story for every one of us, because at some point in our lives, we will all fail. It is such a good story, and I agree with them. I think every adult and child should read this. It has a very, very good message. I think this is probably one of my favorite picture books that's come in a long time. This is what I would vote for. It is so, so, so good.
Awesome.
Loved it.
Very cool. All right, so several years ago, moving on to teen books here, Rainbow Rowell released Fangirl. You can tell it's older because it still has our older stickers and stuff on it. And it is about a girl who is obsessed with this book series, which you can kind of compare it to Harry Potter, called Simon Snow. It's a fantasy book series. She's obsessed with it. And she has created a very well-received fan fiction blog, or whatever you want to call it. And so she is she just writes fan fiction. And that's what the story is how she's kind of just sucked into this fantasy world, writing this fan fiction and not being able to relate to the world around her. Well, fans of Fangirl wanted to know more. They wanted to know the story of Simon Snow that she's writing all these stories about. So Rainbow Rowell came out with Carry On, which is the Simon Snow novel. And people loved it. So this is like more of a fantasy novel, because it is this. So this is the book that was that she writes about. Okay. So she created this whole story based upon this character's what she was writing. So people wanted to know about Simon Snow, and it's being so well received that she has a whole series about him. So I feel like these are doing better for her than the book to begin with. So the third one, this is book 3 of the Simon Snow series, just came out, and it's called Any Way the Wind Blows. And you can see they're thicker, but they're like fantasy based stories, like he has.
Wow.
And I don't know too much about it, but crazy. So one book, one novel about a girl that was obsessed with this, like a fantasy novel, that wrote fan fiction about it. A big turned into at least a trilogy of books.
Good for her.
Yeah. So I didn't have book 2 with me at the time, but this is the third one, just came out. So Any Way the Wind Blows, but you can read the whole trilogy. But I recommend starting with Fangirl, and because it kind of gets your feet wet with what's going on with Simon Snow, and then you can read the stories that she wrote about him.
Wow.
So
that is so cool.
Boy.
Next. Okay. Well, I'm afraid we'll run out of time, so I do want to talk about this. Didn't want to miss this one. This is called A Family is a Family is a Family, written by Sarah O'Leary. This is such a timely book. We talk about diversity, and especially diversity in families, how every family can be different, but every family has something in common. I want to tell you, when a teacher asks the children in our class to think about what makes their family special, the answers are all different in many ways, but the same in the one way that matters most of all. And they talk about, I'm not going to be spoiler alert, but I want to just say it just covers everything. Families with 2 moms, families with 2 dads, families that live with grandparents, families that have lots of children, families that are divorced and live with their dad, mom in a wheelchair, hers, mine, and ours that remarry with all the kids and, you know, their kids, his kids, whatever. It covers what I think every, like, potential scenario for a family. And I think it's great. I think that's a really good one, and because then it brings it all together. Our families may be different, but we all have something in common. You have to read the book.
Oh, cute.
It is really cute. Very well done.
Very cool.
Yeah. All right.
I think that's
oh my
all the time
gosh, we just cruised. I'm always exhausted after these. You know, I'm gonna go home and take a nap, maybe. And yeah, you yawn.
I always do on my
you
way
always
through.
yawn.
Yeah, I know.
think she
I
just
can't
has
help
lack
it.
of oxygen.
That's
but
it.
until October's things, there she goes. She's gonna yawn us right off of the air. So, with that being yawned, see you next time.
See ya.